You ever notice how people don't just buy stuff anymore? They collect crap like it's their patriotic duty. It's like everybody's house is turning into a storage unit, and they're paying a mortgage just to keep their junk warm. People don't buy things because they need them. They buy things because someone on TV told them they're incomplete without it. It's never about the item itself. It's about the story they were sold. Some shiny ad comes on filled with happy, beautiful people, and they tell you, this blender will change your life. And suddenly you're thinking, yeah, my life could use some change. I don't even make smoothies, but maybe if I had this blender, I'd be a smoothie kind of person. So you buy it. You bring it home. You feel good for about 12 minutes. Then, 3 months later, that same blender is buried in the back of a cabinet, collecting dust, sitting right next to the juicer you bought because you thought drinking celery would make you a better human being. People have this insane habit of turning their homes into warehouses. Closets are so full that when you open the door, you risk injury. You ever open someone's closet and an avalanche of clothes just attacks you? It's like the clothes are staging a revolution, fighting for their freedom. And half those clothes still have tags on them. They were never worn. People don't buy clothes to wear them. They buy clothes for the idea of who they think they might be one day. Oh, I'll buy this shirt because maybe I'll start going to yoga classes. Newsflash, you don't even like yoga. You bought that shirt 2 years ago, and the closest you've been to a yoga class is stretching to reach the remote under the couch. It's hilarious how people convince themselves they need certain things. Like you don't need 20 different spatulas. Nobody is flipping pancakes that much. You're not running a diner. You're cooking for 2 people and maybe a dog. But stores have aisles filled with specialized kitchen gadgets, and they make you feel like you're failing in life without them. Boo. You don't have the avocado slicer 3000? How are you even surviving, you primitive beast? So you buy it, and now you've got a drawer full of weird gadgets you'll never use. You can't even find a regular spoon in there anymore because it's buried under 12 corn-on-the-cob holders and a banana-shaped storage container. And it's never just one purchase. It's a chain reaction. Nah. You buy one thing, and suddenly you need 3 other things to go with it. You buy a phone, now you need a case. A screen protector, extra chargers, a special stand for the bathroom because apparently you can't poop without scrolling through nonsense. Before you know it, you've spent 5 times what you originally planned, and you're still not any happier. The funniest part is how people justify their purchases. They come up with elaborate stories to make themselves feel better. Oh, this isn't just a $200 pair of shoes. This is an investment in my health because I'm going to start running. Yeah, sure you are. You'll run exactly once. From the couch to the fridge. After that, those shoes will live a quiet life in the closet, wondering what they did wrong. People don't buy shoes, they buy fantasies. Every purchase comes with a little daydream. The treadmill that's gonna make you fit, the fancy dress that's gonna make you glamorous, the barbecue grill that's gonna turn you into a master chef. But here's the thing, they never live out those fantasies. The treadmill becomes a clothing rack. The dress stays in the back of the closet, and the grill rusts on the porch because you don't actually know how to cook anything that isn't frozen. People even buy things they already own. Have you seen this? Someone has 6 identical black sweaters, but they'll buy another one because this one has a slightly different collar. This one's a V-neck, so it's totally different. It's like they're playing a weird game of fashion bingo. They know that buying more isn't making them happy. But they keep doing it anyway because they've been trained to believe that happiness comes in a shopping bag. In a shopping bag. The truth is, happiness doesn't come from owning things. It comes from living a life that actually matters. But that message doesn't sell products, so you won't hear it on TV. So the next time you're tempted to buy something you don't need, take a moment and ask yourself, is this really going to improve my life? Or is it just going to end up in the back of a closet next to the avocado slicer and the treadmill-turned clothes rack? Because if you're not careful, you'll spend your whole life working to buy things you don't need to impress people you don't like, while the stuff you own slowly takes over your life. And when that happens, you're not the owner of your possession. They're the owner of you. You ever notice how people really believe happiness comes with a receipt? Like you can walk into a store, swipe a card, and suddenly your life is fixed. People honestly think joy comes in a box with some assembly required. It's the weirdest thing. They're miserable on Tuesday, they buy a shiny new thing on Wednesday, and by Thursday they're still miserable. Only now they've got debt and a fancy lamp shaped like a flamingo. That's not happiness. That's just expensive clutter with a light bulb in it. The world has done a fantastic job of convincing people that buying equals happiness. They've been selling that fantasy for decades. And people keep falling for it like it's the first time. You've got ads showing beautiful people with perfect teeth, running on a beach, holding some product like it's the Holy Grail. And the message is always the same. If you buy this, you'll be just like them. You'll be attractive, successful, loved, and fulfilled. It's never, if you buy this, you'll be standing in your kitchen at 11 p.m., staring at it, wondering why you can't stop crying. And people never stop to think about it. They've been trained since childhood to connect buying with happiness. Remember being a kid and your parents saying, if you're good, we'll buy you a toy? That's the first lesson in consumer therapy right there. Behave, get rewarded with plastic crap. Fast forward a few years, and adults are still doing the same thing, only now the toys are bigger and more expensive. I had a rough week at work. I deserve a new TV. You're not rewarding yourself, you're just medicating with electronics. It's retail therapy disguised as self-care, and it's about as effective as putting a Band-Aid on a broken leg. The worst part is how quickly the thrill fades. You know that feeling when you first buy something new? It's like a little head of happiness, a temporary high. You're walking out of the store with your new gadget thinking, this is it? This is the thing that's going to change my life? Then you get home, open the box, set it up, and suddenly you're sitting there going, well, now what? That's because the joy doesn't come from the item itself. It comes from the anticipation, the chase. Once you have it, it's just another object taking up space. Take clothes, for example. People buy new outfits thinking it'll make them feel confident and attractive. And for about 5 minutes, it works. You wear that new shirt, you strut around like you're walking a runway. Then a week later, it's just another shirt. And you're back to standing in front of the closet saying, I have nothing to wear. It's a cycle that never ends because there's always a new trend. A new must-have item, a new way to feel inadequate about what you already own. Fashion isn't about clothes. It's about convincing you that last month's purchase is already obsolete. And don't even get me started on electronics. People treat gadgets like they're buying happiness insurance. They camp out in front of stores for the latest phone, like this rectangle with buttons is gonna fix their whole existence. You ever see someone show off a new phone like it's their newborn baby? Oh look, it's got 3 cameras now. Oh, fantastic. Because you really needed to take more blurry pictures of your lunch. 2 weeks later, the novelty wears off, and they're already thinking about the next upgrade. That's not happiness. That's addiction with a charger. The problem is, people confuse excitement with happiness. Excitement is temporary. It's like eating candy. You get a quick sugar rush, then you crash, and now you feel worse than before. Happiness, real happiness, comes from things that can't be bought. Meaningful relationships, purpose, laughter, love. But those don't fit in a shopping cart, so they don't get advertised. Nobody's running a commercial that says, to spend time with people who care about you, it's free. Instead, they tell you, by this perfume and strangers will want to kiss you in an elevator. It's nonsense, but it works, because people want to believe there's a shortcut to feeling good. Ever notice how people treat their purchases like trophies? They don't just buy something and use it, they show it off. Look at my new car. Look at my new shoes. It's not about the thing itself, it's about the reaction they hope to get. They want validation. They want other people to say, oh wow, you must be doing really well. It's a way of outsourcing happiness. Instead of actually feeling good, they're hoping someone else will clap for them. It's like emotional applause. But just like real applause, it fades quickly. And now you're standing there wondering why you feel empty again. And speaking of cars, people treat vehicles like rolling status symbols. They'll go into debt for a car that's fancier than their house, just so they can drive around pretending to be someone they're not. Meanwhile, they're terrified of getting a scratch on it. You ever see someone park their brand new car at the far edge of a parking lot, miles from everyone else, like it's a sacred relic? Then they walk half a mile to the store in the rain, holding their groceries like a refugee just to protect the paint job. That's not happiness. That's anxiety on wheels. It's funny how people say our money can't buy happiness, but deep down they don't believe it. They say it like a mantra, but they act like money is the golden ticket to eternal joy. They think, sure, happiness can't be bought, but maybe I'm the exception. Maybe I can buy enough stuff to finally feel complete? And every time they're proven wrong, they just double down. Well, maybe it wasn't that purchase. Maybe it'll be the next one. It's like chasing a mirage in the desert. You keep running toward it, but no matter how fast you go, you never actually get there. The saddest part is how people bury themselves in debt chasing this illusion. They'll max out credit cards, take out loans, and work jobs they hate just to afford things that don't even bring lasting joy. It's like voluntarily signing up for a lifetime of stress. They don't own their stuff. Their stuff owns them. Every shiny object comes with a chain attached, and the more you buy, the heavier those chains get. Eventually, you're not living a life, it's just maintaining an inventory. Then there's the clutter problem. People buy so much crap that their homes turn into warehouses. Closets packed to the ceiling, garages filled with boxes they haven't opened in years, storage units rented to house the overflow. And do you think all that stuff makes them happy? No, it makes them stressed. They have to clean it, organize it, protect it, worry about it. Happiness isn't about how much you have, it's about how little you have to worry about. The less junk you own, the more space you have for actual living. You ever see those commercials for luxury products? They're not selling you the item, they're selling you a fantasy. A watch commercial doesn't show you the actual watch. It shows you a guy sailing on a yacht, wearing a tuxedo, surrounded by models. The message is clear. If you buy this watch, you'll have this life. No, you won't. You'll just have a watch. You'll still be sitting in your cramped apartment eating cold pizza, wondering why your boat hasn't arrived yet. And it's not just the expensive stuff. Even little purchases come with big promises. Buy this skin cream, you'll look younger. Buy this supplement, you'll live longer. Buy this gadget, your life will be easier. It's all smoke and mirrors. The only thing that gets lighter is your wallet. Happiness isn't for sale, but dissatisfaction sure is. Stores make a fortune by convincing you that you're not enough as you are. You're not attractive enough, not successful enough, not happy enough. And the solution, conveniently, is always to buy something. They create the problem, then sell you the cure. It's the oldest trick in the book. And it works because people are desperate to feel whole. The irony is that the moments when people feel truly happy are almost always free. A good laugh with friends, a walk on a sunny day, a hug from someone you love. Those are the things that stick with you, the things that actually matter. But because they don't come with a price tag, people overlook them. They chase after material happiness instead, like a dog chasing its tail, never realizing that what they're looking for has been there all along. Think about the last time you made a truly happy memory. Odds are it didn't involve a shopping cart. Maybe it was a conversation, a shared joke, a moment of kindness. Those are the real treasures in life. But you won't see them advertised on a billboard because you can't package them, can't sell them, can't put them on layaway. People need to understand that buying something isn't the same as becoming someone. You can buy all the fancy clothes, expensive gadgets, and luxury cars you want. But if you're unhappy on the inside, none of it matters. You can't fill an emotional void with material goods. It's like trying to fix a leaky roof by buying a new couch. The problem's still there, you've just distracted yourself for a while. So maybe the next time you feel that urge to shop your way to happiness, stop and think. Ask yourself, am I buying this because I need it, or because I'm trying to fix something inside me? Because no matter how much you spend, no matter how many boxes arrive on your doorstep, you'll never be able to buy peace of mind. Real happiness doesn't come in a package. It comes from living a life that actually matters. And you don't need a receipt for that. You ever notice how shopping stopped being this simple, boring, practical thing you did because you needed something and somehow turned into a full-blown sporting event? I mean, back in the day, you'd run out of bread, you'd go to the store, you'd buy bread, you'd come home. Done. That was it. You didn't need a strategy, you didn't need a hydration pack, you didn't need a pre-game warm-up. It was a quick errand, not a life-altering journey. Now, it's like shopping has been promoted to the major leagues. People stretch before they go to the mall. They make playbooks, game plans, and bring backup just in case something goes wrong. They don't just shop, they train for it. Somewhere along the way, stores figured out that if they turned shopping into a challenge, people would fall for it. And boy, did they. Suddenly, it's not about what you need. It's about the thrill of the hunt. You've got folks who treat sales like combat missions. They don't just walk into a store, they storm it like they're breaching a castle. Their carts are their shields, their coupons are their ammunition, and they are ready to fight to the death for that last discounted toaster. Have you seen these people on Black Friday? It's like watching a nature documentary, only instead of lions chasing antelope, it's middle-aged women chasing waffle irons. And the stores love it because they've set it up perfectly. They know exactly how to push your buttons. The lighting is just right. The music is perfectly engineered to make you feel good while you spend money you don't have on things you don't need. They put the big sale signs up like they're announcing the second coming. Suddenly, everyone in the building forgets how to think clearly. People start grabbing random junk just because it's marked down. Oh, this blender is 40% off. Yeah, but you don't even make smoothies. I might one day. Yeah, sure you will. Right after you finally use that fondue set that's been sitting in the back of your pantry since 2003. Shopping isn't even about buying anymore, it's about the adrenaline rush. You ever see people camp out in front of a store the night before a sale? They bring tents, sleeping bags, thermoses of coffee, like they're going on some spiritual pilgrimage, but they're not waiting to see a holy figure or witness a miracle. No, they're waiting for the doors to open so they can sprint inside and trample each other for a slightly cheaper television. That's the level of insanity we've reached. People are willing to freeze their butts off in a parking lot overnight, just to save $50 on something they didn't need in the first place. And it's not just the big events like Black Friday. Everyday shopping has turned into a sport too. You've got couples going to the mall like they're on a team mission. The husband stands in line to hold their place while the wife scouts for deals, texting updates like it's a military operation. I've got eyes on a clearance rack in aisle 3, over. Meanwhile, their kid is wandering off, lost in a sea of overpriced scented candles, wondering if they'll ever make it home alive. Then there are the coupon warriors. These are the real athletes of the shopping world. They've got binders full of coupons color-coded and organized by expiration date. Audits? They know every policy, every loophole, every trick in the book. Watching them work is like watching a chess master plan 20 moves ahead. They'll walk into a store with $200 worth of merchandise and somehow leave with change. The cashier just stands there, bewildered like, how the hell did that happen? These people don't just shop. They dominate. It's like extreme couponing is their Super Bowl. Stores have even designed layouts to trap you like a maze. Ever notice how the stuff you actually need, like bread and milk, is always in the back of the store? That's on purpose. They want you to wander past all the shiny, unnecessary crap so you'll get distracted and impulse buy. Shopping should be a simple, practical activity. You need something, you buy it, you move on with your life. Well, we've turned it into a circus, a spectacle, a competitive sport where the only real winner is the store's profit margin. People are so busy chasing deals and fighting over discounts that they forget what really matters. They're not shopping for things. They're shopping for meaning, for identity, for a sense of belonging. And you can't buy those things no matter how many sales you chase. So the next time you find yourself caught up in the madness, just remember, you're not a contestant in some grand shopping tournament. You don't need to prove yourself by scoring the biggest deal or buying the most stuff. All you really need is to buy what you need, walk out of the store and leave the insanity behind. Because when shopping becomes a sport, you're not the player, You're the prize.